Joe, man, welcome back to the show. I feel like I might have talked to you last year. You're one of the local guys, right?
Yep, yeah. I think we did talk last year, yeah.
Tell me a little about the program this year for you.
Yeah, it's about the same as last year. I just been working, doing HVAC during the week and then racing on the weekend as much as I can. NESC goes every weekend, so that's been good for me, helping me get in shape and stuff. But yeah, full working man program. Just finding riding when I can and trying to make it quality over quantity for the most part. And it's been good though. I've been enjoying it. It's been keeping the longevity good. I've been been going at it for a few years on the full privateer, doing it all pretty much on my own with my sponsors, which thanks to all of them, without them I wouldn't be able to do it. But, it's up to me to put the work in and keep this thing going. So, yeah, here we are.
Now, for the whole year, are you trying to hit all the races you can?
Yeah, pretty much just trying to do like whatever's close and like affordable to get to. So probably do like the East Coast, do Southwick, Dilla. I signed up for High Point but got denied, so kind of just playing that game right now. But I'm planning on doing a few rounds in Canada and just whatever's in the budget for the privateer that's really worth doing, because it is tough to do it on your own. So just whatever seems worth it and whatever sounds fun too. I'm really in it for the fun factor still, and that's kind of what's keeping me going. Anything that sounds fun and that people want to see me do, that's where I'll be.
Can you tell me a little bit about what it's like to try to balance working full time and then also doing this? I mean, to squeeze in the time that's actually needed to be here, it's got to be pretty tough.
Yeah, it's probably the hardest thing ever is like finding time to do all the things that you need to do to be competitive, like going to work and doing all that, paying the bills and stuff, that's a task alone, and then trying to compete with these dudes is a whole nother one. So the balance is the key. This year I think I found the best balance I've ever found, or like I've ever had. So just gonna keep the ball rolling with it and keep the work grind going and keep making progress in that, and also just staying competitive. And every time I come out with these guys, I want to be on that gate and I want to be as close to that top 20 as I can be, if not in that top 20, because skill-wise I know I can do it. It's more just like finding that good balance where I can keep myself in shape and keep the speed there, stay healthy, all that stuff, and make sure I'm still have money coming in to spend it on racing dirt bikes. So, the balance is good, but you got to work hard to have that balance. So it's been good.
Does the dirt bike aspect just suck you dry, take all that money away from you, or are you that balance, like you said, is that part of it?
Yeah, honestly, it's really hard to find the money balance, because honestly it's paycheck to paycheck at this point right now. But with the sponsors that I have and honestly mostly the fan support that I have, just the tight New England community, that helps me more than anything. I just did a t-shirt drive, just to help me get a couple bucks, just take the stress off, because the paycheck to paycheck thing doesn't cut it when you get to this level. You really need all hands on deck. And for me, instead of asking somebody for money, it's nice to just throw up, hey, if you want a shirt, grab a shirt, and that helps me a lot bigger than people even know. So there's a lot of cool ways to keep yourself going with the support that you have as far as the people around you. And that's kind of the way I'm doing it. I'm not really begging people for sponsorship or for help. I'll do it on my own, but to have the people that have been supporting me and watching me do this the whole time, chipping in to support just by buying a shirt, that's the coolest thing to me. So I'm going to be here as long as I can, just on that note, you know what I mean? Even having to be a privateer, it's totally worth it when you got a big support group and just people that want to see you do good.
Cool, man. All right, well, it's good talking to you, and looking forward to seeing you out there tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Eli, good seeing you out here, man. Hey, did we enjoy a weekend off, or were we grinding?
No, I enjoyed the weekend off. I kept it light on the motorcycle. I moved some cows at home, chased some stuff around the pasture. So, it was a little bit of farming action instead of dirt bike action. So we'll see if that pays off here at Southwick.
Sounds nice. I think it's pretty needed for us. It's pretty wide open for the sport in general every weekend. So
yeah, and I had a lot of laps before the season got going, so it was a good time to have a little break.
Yeah. So coming into this weekend, Does the sand track make any changes for you or anything that you have to do to get ready for it?
Yeah, Southwick presents its challenges. Of course, you have to make some changes, whether it's kind of relaxing the motorcycle. I think that's what most people do here. And then you have the challenge of the sand. It just takes a different riding style, a different flow. So I love it. I wish we had more than one, at least. But we got it here now at Southwick. So always just look forward to this one.
Running the scoop?
Of course.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to.
Yep, full scoop.
All right, Eli. Well, I'll keep it brief with you. I'm looking forward to watching you out there tomorrow. Have some fun out there, man.
Thanks.
All right, Jalik, man, it is good to have you back.
Yeah.
It's got to feel good to be back, right?
Yeah, of course. Being away for so long, just excited to be back. Just blessed to be here.
Man, I remember I'm always watching you, and I always feel like you're right on the cusp of really getting it. And then seeing you back at the last round, it almost seemed like you weren't even gone. Like you were right back in the battle. So how does it feel to come back knowing that you're coming back strong? And then obviously, what are your goals to keep getting better?
Yeah. Definitely wasn't easy to come back. Definitely as quick as I did from an Achilles. It's tough work for sure. But I feel pretty good. Like I said earlier, just kind of excited to be back. It's a long time to sit on the couch and do nothing. So just to be back around the guys and my teammates, it's good. It's fun. I think just being away from the track, I think you realize a little bit of that like morale that you miss. You know what I mean? Just being away from the team and all the guys and stuff like that. So super excited just to be back and just happy to be around again. Yeah.
Now, we had that weekend off last weekend. You already had plenty of weekends off. Were you just training, or did you take advantage of it?
Well, I was still struggling from High Point. My body ain't used to that anymore. But we're trying to break the old horse back in and get her back going. So we did some motos during the week, and I think we just had pretty much a normal week, and then tapered down a little bit this week. This track's the hardest one on the circuit, so we're gonna. We had to prepare for this one, obviously, and get the rest and the proper work we needed. But it's good. Last week went good. Have a good building block to go from, and to be back for as long as I was, and to be kind of back in the mix of things. I think it's a good place to build from, and I think a few rounds from now I'll be back in the mix and do more surprising than just a top 10.
Yeah, like I said, I always see it coming. I know you're going to come back stronger and get to that point. In my opinion, no problem. I definitely see it. Now, what makes, in your opinion, this track one of the hardest ones?
There's just no rest. Some nationals, you can find yourself a flow and get into a place where you're riding, but you have your picked out spots where you can rest a little bit. And this one, that was loud. But this one has no rest. You're constantly going and you're constantly standing and working the bike and moving it around and stuff like that. But this one I had to mentally prepare for. I know this one's going to be the worst one on my foot. So I'm mentally prepared and ready to suffer through this one, get through this one, and then start building.
All right, man. We're looking forward to seeing you out there tomorrow.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.
Dang, dude. I'm liking the kit for sure. That looks really good.
Yeah.
Look good, feel good. Man, you've been riding great. I feel like every time I talk to you, it just seems like you're always taking steps in the right direction. So how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like the top 5's gnarly, and to be in that battle is fun. A little bit of a suffer, but we're trying to make progress there, and it's been fun, riding with those guys, and I feel like we're getting closer and closer, definitely closer than last year, so pace is really good this year, and it's tough up there. It's no joke, and just looking to mix it up, and I really want to get some more podiums, so maybe a moto win, that'd be cool, but these guys are obviously riding really good, and it's tough, so start up front and stay there.
Yeah, we've been seeing you up front a lot.
Yeah.
And whether it's a good start or even just making those passes to get there, what do you think it is that later in the race that we need to get to just kind of stay up there?
Yeah, well, it's either like I start really aggressive and then I kind of have like a mid-moto slump, which is not really a slump, just kind of like, regrouping for to maintain for the end. And it's hard. It's like you almost really can't slow down. So been working on my aggression the first couple laps and trying to get, up front if I'm not already up there, So that's been a new goal of mine, and been pumped to be progressing on that. Just need to feel like I need to figure something out, towards the middle and end of the moto to where I can, kind of put in another push. But it's all depends on the race situation and what's going on around you. But here's maybe not the one where you like push in the middle. My track will probably be pretty gnarly, so we'll see how it develops. And every race is different and situational, I feel like. So just you got to have some strategy sometimes.
Yeah, this track in particular is not a lot of resting. It's pretty rough the whole time. So I guess maybe tomorrow would be like trying to pace yourself correctly. Maybe is that the plan? Or
yeah, I mean, the good thing that we have going for us is the heat wave that just passed. I mean, it could have been like 102, 105 here, and that would have been absolutely brutal. So we're gonna have some cooler weather, like 80 degrees, which will be nice, especially for this place. This place can get really hot and humid. So just looking forward to it. Southwick is unique. Never really know what to expect here, but I feel like we're in a good spot, and we have been all season. So just looking to keep fighting for good results.
Awesome, man. We're looking forward to watching you out there tomorrow.
Thanks.
All right, Josh, you made it out to Southwick, but I heard you had a pretty busy one last week, huh?
Yeah, busy week, hectic for sure. Just coming from Snowshoe GNCC and got the overall win there, and just super stoked on that, but had to drive straight from there here and having a national enduro to go race Sunday as well, so hectic.
Yeah, I don't think the endurance is too much of an issue for you, but this track, with the pace and the intensity of it, it still might come into play, huh?
Yeah, I think that definitely helps me here late in the motos, but just getting in is obviously the most nerve-wracking part, being an off-road guy, just putting the hot lap in.
Now, have we done this before?
Yeah, I raced here in 2023 in the 250 class.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was that experience for you?
Epic. It was such a blast. I was just outside of the points, like one position out, so that's my goal, get some points.
Now, your GNCC background, we're kind of hearing more and more about this, even like someone like AP, he talks about that a lot and the benefits that comes with it. Like, is the same with you? Do you feel like it's just a really big benefit to be able to come in here and give you an advantage to get in?
Yeah, for sure. I think just getting in and having the background I have and helps me on the bike and hopefully with qualifying as well. But late in the motos, like I said, is the biggest thing. And if it ruts up or gets really rough out there, I'm pretty used to it.
Yeah, the rough. What about is there a preference for you? Do you prefer when it gets really rough, or maybe when it's really wet or anything like that? Or is it these conditions this weekend are pretty awesome, honestly.
Yeah. I wish it downpoured and it was as gnarly as it could be. And if those guys can barely get around, I'll be having a good time.
That's like the same answer I would get from AP. Just wishing for the worst.
Wishing for the worst for sure, and just don't even worry about the start. I've raced some J-Day off-roads here, and when it was the gnarliest, muddiest conditions, and it was a blast. So. Is
this local for you?
Yeah, I grew up about 30 minutes from here in Connecticut, and now I live down in North Carolina, but still my home track.
And you say North Carolina. I just moved there actually recently, and I'm still trying to learn the scene out there. And I noticed it's not like the biggest scene, but maybe in the woods is there more?
Yeah, off-road is huge there. Tons of the GNCC guys, enduro guys all live in the area. Have a lot of private tracks and different races going on every weekend, so it's kind of a hot spot.
Well, cool, man. Well, I'm looking forward to watching you get out there tomorrow.
Thank you.
I remember talking to you last year.
Okay.
And you were this close.
Yeah.
You were, I think, one position, right?
Yeah, it was a half a second, so it was close enough that it made me come back again. But everything. We had a couple things I think we could have did a little better last year. I'm a little older this year, which probably is not an advantage, but I figure we'll give it another shot. I'm on the 450, so we'll see. we'll see if that helps things. I typically ride the 450 a little more than the 250, so we'll see. But both classes are so tough. Everyone's so good. So neither class is easy at all to try to get into these. But it would be great if I could, have a good day and be able to get into that motos.
And just for those who don't know that are tuning in, how old are we out here?
I'm 53, so I know they were saying on Facebook 54. They shouldn't be pushing it that much. I'm only 53, so, but yeah, it'd be cool. I still ride with some of the local guys and some of the local experts and pros or whatever, and I can still hang in there pretty well. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not too far out of the element, I guess. So being that I ride with them a little bit and I seem to fit in pretty well. So we figured we'd give it another shot.
Yeah, and so this year we got 450s going first, so you're going to have a bit of a smoother and faster track, which should be helpful.
Yeah, definitely that would be a bonus for me. Yeah, a little smoother and faster if I can get out there early and all we need is one lap. That's it. It sounds easy. So even though it's not, everyone else can be doing that same thing. But yeah, we'll give it our best.
Yeah, I think you got it, man. With how close you were last year, and with the kind of seems like it's going your way this year. So really excited to see you out there tomorrow.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's good seeing you here at the Wick, my guy. I talked to you at the beginning of Supercross last year, and I remember you telling me that you didn't really have a lot of expectations for yourself, and you were surprised in even your results. Fast forward, here we are now. We're getting through the outdoor season. What's the mindset for you now?
It's always the same. My mindset is always the same. I know what I'm capable of, and hopefully here at Southwick I feel a little bit more comfortable. And I'm just wishing to get back where I belong, and that's it.
Now, did we do anything over the weekend? Did you enjoy the weekend off?
Yeah, I kept training. It's the only thing we can do and I can control, and it's me being in shape, and I'm in shape. So happy to have the weekend off, a little bit of testing in the week, so not too bad. Good for us.
Any big changes that we have to do for this one?
No big changes. We obviously try to improve, and that was our goal in the 2 weeks.
The thing about this track, I think that separates a lot of the others, is just the intensity is throughout the whole track, right? You don't really get that break. So is there kind of a game plan for you tomorrow personally?
Right now, I wish I can get a good start, and after that, then we will see. I mean, I don't know what to expect. I just want to get out at front and do my laps, and hopefully, like I said, feel good on the bike and on track and enjoy the racing.
Yeah, stay clean, see where we're at a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. All right, Jorge, well, we're excited to see you out there tomorrow.
Thank you.